Hey, welcome back, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to tell another dream that I had, and this was about, I don't know, I can't remember exactly how long ago it's been, but it's been a while. Um, it was maybe 2017 or 18, and it was definitely before the impeachment trials because when the impeachment started, that's when I realized that the dream was actually really important. Um, let me go ahead and get started. I did not write this one down. There were two dreams that took place. They were months apart, and I'm going to tell them both to you because I believe they're connected. So, in my dream, um, we there were a lot of people, and the people were, some people were like church people, and some people were just other people. Like, I sometimes when I'm dreaming, I'll have like dreams of like people that I know and people that I don't know, and there were people that I didn't know and people that I did know in the dream. And some of those folks I know from church, and some of them I don't know who they are at all. I just know that they are I don't know. I get, maybe I'll know them in the future, similar people like me, like that. Anyways, and we were basically running, and we were hiding and trying to get away from these military people that were like hunting us down, so to speak. And we were hiding in this bush area next to this building, and inside the building, that was like the bottom floor of this building, it was all glass, and I was looking in through it, and I saw the president of the United States. And I went into a door into that room, and I noticed that he was bound in ropes, tied up in ropes. And I was looking at him, and the military people, they caught me, and they caught the group of people that I was with, and they were grabbing us by our arms, and they're like dragging us, pulling us, and jerking us away to take us out and to arrest us and put us, into jail. That's the impression that I was getting in my sleep. And as I'm doing this, I was like pulling away from them, and I was yelling across the room to the president who was sitting at the other end, and I was saying to him, I'm like, you can't possibly be okay with this. You can't possibly be okay with this. And he looks at me, and he's sitting in this chair, and he's bound in rope, like big rope, like tree climber type rope. And he looks at me, and he just looks down, and he just kind of shakes his head as though to say, like, there's nothing I can do. And somehow when we got out, the military people, they were wearing like black uniforms is what they were wearing, and like helmets, and carrying like large guns and things like that. So somehow when we got outside, when they were taking us away, something happened, and we were able to escape and run off and be free. And that's when I woke up from the dream. So again, this was several years ago now. And then, and the president that I saw in my dream was President Trump. So, and I am not sure. I am still literally getting like revelation about this dream. I'm still beginning to understand. Again, when you have a dream, you have to pray and ask God to reveal it to you. There are dreams that you might know right away, and then there are dreams that you may not understand for quite some time. But pray and ask God to reveal the dream, because He's the only one that's going to give that to you per the scripture. Daniel says it, I believe, in Daniel 2, where he says, does not God give the interpretation of the dreams? I'm pretty sure that's where it is. He says here in Daniel 2, Daniel speaking about the Lord giving the interpretation. He revealeth the deep secrets. He knoweth what is in darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. But I'm quite sure that he tells Nebuchadnezzar. But there is a God in heaven that revealeth secrets, and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Thy dream and visions of thy head upon thy bed are these. And then there's another area. I'm just not going to look for it right now, though. So the other dream that I had was I was watching, in the dream I was watching the news, or it was as though, really it was like as though the news was like playing, like flashes, like of screens, and there were different things that were happening in these flashes, and crazy stuff was happening in our nation, and I was watching this on screens and thinking to myself, like, oh my goodness, what is going on right now? And then this one screen came up, this one news line or news pictures came up, and they had the president of the United States, and they were hanging him like a hanging, like an actual hanging. And they were putting him on the rope to hang him. And within myself, I thought, oh my goodness. And it was very scary to me. And I had turned around at a desk, and I was on Facebook on a computer, which I never do. And especially on a computer, who gets on Facebook on the computer? Everybody does it on their phone. And today I don't even have a Facebook account. However, I didn't cancel that account until after the election last year. So, anyhow, so I turned around onto my computer and on Facebook, and I said, if they will do this to the President of the United States, imagine what they will do to you. And I literally actually did post that post later, like, I don't know, 2 years later. I don't know how long afterwards I made that post like that, but I did actually make a post like that later on, because I was flabbergasted at the things that were taking place that I could not believe that they were actually doing to a president. And it surprised me, because I'm like, oh my goodness, if there's no respect, no honor for the president, then we're nothing. Like, we're just nothing. So anyhow, so after seeing this and making that post, it was like the dream shifted and switched. And my husband and I were walking into Walmart, and out of the corner of my eye as I was walking in, I looked over and I saw these people dressed in military suits, like black military suits with helmets and large guns, and they were standing there and they were watching the people going in and out of the stores. And I remember looking out of the corner of my eye and just shaking my head, going like, you've got to be joking me. I can't believe, and just thinking to myself in the dream, I cannot believe this is happening. And then after that, the dream switched again, and it was people running. And that is why I believe this dream and the other dream are connected to each other. However they're connected, I'm not really sure, but we were running, we were fleeing, we were trying to get away, we were being hunted down, and that's pretty much all I can remember about those dreams. I don't really remember much else. I wish that I would have written them down, but those were the significant parts of the dream that I did remember. And again, at the time, the president was Trump at the time, and I think that some things that we have seen come to fruition, and some things we are still waiting for. I do not believe that there has been a completion. Oftentimes when the dream comes to pass, the Lord brings it to the forefront of my mind. He'll be like, this, just brings the dream out, and I'm like seeing it playing before me all over again. And I know that it's happening right then and there, or a certain piece of the dream is happening right then and there. So anyways, I think that you will find also that prophecy is very similar when we're reading the Bible. We see certain prophecies, they're right next to each other, but there's a space of time between the events that take place. And so again, that's those dreams. We'll call these my my Trump dreams. Yeah. I think that's it for right now. I have some more I'd like to say, but I'm not going to. I'll wait.